What's up everyone? My name is Shaelyn and on this channel everything's alright. Welcome to episode no clue of my series How to Hemiplegia. I think in the beginning of my YouTube channel when I had first started the series How to Hemiplegia, I used to say what number episode each one was. But honestly at this point it's been a year and a half of me uploading videos every Thursday. I could not even guess how many episodes of this series that I have now. Either way, at the end of my videos I always link or put a square on my end screen of the video before and the playlist that the video belongs in. So you saw the title of the video. I wanted to make this video because it was something that I was taught really early on in my hemiplegia journey, right after I had my stroke. If you haven't heard my stroke story, I'll put a card in the corner. I moved to a rehab hospital where I started doing physiotherapy and occupational therapy every single day. And the nurses on the floor that I was on actually would take me through kind of everyday daily tasks, kind of taught me on the spot while I was staying in my hospital room. So yeah, I learned how to properly position my body before going to sleep every night very early on. So yeah, I wanted to start this video off with something so important to me personally. I don't know if it's important for anybody else, but a quick story I have for you guys is for the longest time when I was in the first hospital, I was so uncomfortable for many reasons. That whole experience of that first hospital was extremely uncomfortable for me, and I'll link another video where I tell a bunch of things about my in-hospital experience here. Something that was so important to me right in the beginning was I was always laying on my back, which was fine, I guess, but I am not a back sleeper. I will occasionally, just if I'm uncomfortable and I need to change position or something like that. But before my stroke, I was strictly a side sleeper. So it was killing me that I didn't know how to move my newly hemiplegic body in a way to get my body to roll onto its side. I literally remember I would be laying on my back and I would just do this constantly, on my back. I would not able to get the momentum to really get my body to roll all the way over. So that was the most frustrating thing. One of the very first days at the rehab hospital, a nurse actually came in and taught me how to roll over onto my side. So I'm gonna start off with that one because to me that's the most important. So if you're a side sleeper, this one's for you. So obviously start by laying back. Say you have a pillow under your head. I'm just gonna use one of the decorative ones. So the way I was taught was whatever way you want to roll, whether it's to the right or to the left, you want to bend the opposite leg. So if I wanted to roll to my right now, I would pick up my left leg and plant it down on the bed. If this is your first time trying, you'll need somebody to help you kind of pull yourself over. But basically the way she described it was you push up like you're gonna do a bridge like that with your one leg and then tuck the other side under you. You kind of just have to keep doing that until you get over, and you have to kind of tuck your arm in. This is to the right. You kind of get to this position and then move your upper body, and then you can start using both feet to kind of get yourself over this way. And then to roll the other way, and then to move to the left, the same thing but opposite. You gotta put your right knee up and push up and then tuck it under, just like this. I don't know if that really makes sense to you, but it made sense to me, and I never forgot how to roll over ever again. So I'm just gonna get the diagrams up now. So I guess since I kind of already got into the laying on my back position, I will start with that one. Something I will say is use as many pillows as you feel necessary or feel comfortable with. For learning purposes, if you don't know, the left side of my body is my affected side, so it's gonna be this side that you guys are gonna be looking at as the affected side for these demonstrations. Also, when you first have a stroke, your arm isn't usually as tight as mine is right now. I am going on 8 years post-stroke this year, so my arm is quite tight and toned up than it used to be. So you always wanna make sure your feet are in a neutral position. You want to make sure you have a pillow supporting your head and your neck and a pillow underneath your affected arm to support the shoulder. The way I like to tuck my pillows under my head when I'm laying on my back is, so normally you're not wearing a bulky sweater like I am, but basically I just tuck my pillow like this. It says to have 3 pillows, one under your head, one under your shoulder, and then one under your affected arm. But personally, I think one under the head and one under the arm is perfectly fine. So this is how you would want to sleep. I also wanted to mention for your foot, for me anyway, it was really important to focus on my drop foot because that was something I really struggled with. What we used to do when I was in bed was barricade my foot with pillows. We would have one at the end of my bed because it was a hospital bed, so there was a rail at the end. So my foot would be propped up against a pillow, so it was in like a neutral position. And then we would even have some on the side to lock it in so that I wouldn't fall off the bed or anything, even though there's bed rails. Something like that is great to keep your foot locked in place. So laying back on your side, and then scooch a pillow in close to you and straighten your arm out over the pillow like this. And then they also want you to have a pillow under your affected leg, which actually, that was something I was gonna mention because since I've had a stroke, I've noticed that if my knees are resting on top of each other like this, I will get like a pressure mark on the inside of my knees. So it's good to have a pillow at least in between your knees like this while you sleep. Like this. For the other side, this one tends to be a little bit more uncomfortable because you are laying on a paralyzed arm, a paralyzed shoulder. So this one is a bit more extra. You want 1 or 2 pillows for your head. You place your shoulder comfortably under you. And then it said to actually place your unaffected leg on a pillow. The affected leg goes down and then cross your unaffected one over onto a pillow. And then another pillow right up here. And you bend your arm and have it comfortably on a pillow. You're supposed to have a pillow back here and in here too, but I think that's just getting a little extra at that point. This is really comfy actually. That's definitely correct because that feels amazing. To sit up in bed, they're thinking your legs are out straight. I would personally stack some pillows on my affected side, especially if they're not like the fluffiest pillows ever, to kind of help keep the affected arm supported. And then, you know, your able arm is able, so it's fine to do whatever. It also said that sitting in a bed upright should be for short periods only. Tell me why I'm sweating now, just because I was showing sleeping positions in a big sweater. I think that pretty much covers all of the sleeping positions for bodies that have hemiplegia. So yeah, I hope that this helps somebody out that needs some guidance, or some people just figuring it out at home. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, follow me on all my social media, linked in the description down below, which is Instagram and TikTok. And I will see you next week for another new video. Okay, bye!